Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we're back playing some Forza Motorsport 7. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, man. I know that I am, just stacking up my chips, trying to get as many cars built for the channel, just for YouTube in general, really, man. I want to get that. I kind of look at my channel as a little bit of a library, man, for cars that you can buy on the channel and things you can do to them, man. So what I'm thinking we're probably going to do is get into another request, as per usual. Where'd that car go, man? You guys know how we do it. If you guys have any requests, don't forget to drop them down in the comment section. But as you guys know, there can only be one request per video, and today's request is coming from Jaden Schwartz, and he wants to see a Volkswagen Golf 6R track build, man. Now, I think this is a dope idea. If you guys are familiar with Horizon 3, there was actually no Volkswagens in that game. For whatever reason, there was Volkswagens in Forza Motorsport 6. Not in, oh, I like that. I like that little, what is this thing? The Volkswagen Beetle. I like that, man. But there was none in Horizon 3, and now they're back in Forza Motorsport 7, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to come in here, buy up a Volkswagen, and soup one up. Now, I did a little bit of research. From my understanding, the MK6 Volkswagens are from 2009 to 2014, which makes both of these cars right here Golf 6s. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think we're going to do is go ahead and buy the 2014, not only because it's newer, but also because it's actually a little bit cheaper, man. So let's go ahead, buy this bad boy up. I think we're going to start with a manufacturer color. Let's go ahead and start with that blue, since that seems to be the most common color for these cars. I'm going to buy with the stock parts. Again, I don't really know what the homologated parts thing is, or if you have to pay extra for those parts, but maybe it's just to make it competitive in the classes that you're able to race this car in. I'm not really sure, man. But one thing I am sure of is we're going to start out and jump into the upgrade shop and see what we can make of this bad boy. Now, engine-wise, I think this thing's got, what, a 3.2 liter? Not really sure. I'm not a Volkswagen guy. We're just going to skim through a few engine options. The 3.7 liter V6 out of the 370Z, which is crazy. 1.6 liter inline 4. We're going to skip on both of those. Now, those of you guys who are familiar with the Golf R's all-wheel drive setup, wouldn't make sense to put it to a rear-wheel drive setup, even though we can put a differential on it, give it a little bit of a rear-wheel bias. I think we're going to go ahead and leave the all-wheel drive setup the way that it is. Now, wing-wise, I'm definitely not digging any of that stuff. And it looks like, oh, this thing looks like it could be a pace car. So we got some yellow lights on the top. Gonna pass on all of that stuff. Thanks, but no thanks. One thing I'm not going to skimp out on is the tire compound. We're going to go ahead and buy that up for 10,000 credits. Now, I know a lot of the races I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to be able to use these tires, which sucks. So I just kind of want to do it for the sake of the video, because I find that when you get out there with just street tires on a really high-powered vehicle like this, you really tend to just embarrass yourself. And I'm going to try to do that as least as possible in my upcoming videos on the channel. Now, one thing I did want to do is throw some tarmacs on here. For these Euro cars, the Volkswagens, I think the tarmacs are just a sick look. Now, it looks like we have the comp motives. Where are the 1552 tarmacs? We got those monoblocks here. I don't know. Are they in this game? Maybe they're a multi-piece. I'm not really sure. Nonetheless, I guess if we can't find them, we're gonna have to go with something a little. So yeah, I don't see them here, man. Let me just check one more time. Yeah, it looks like we have the Turbo Max here, the monoblock Turbo Max, but no tarmacs, man. So that sucks for all of us haggard garage fans out there. But it looks like these comp motives are almost identical, but I'm not really feeling them, man. So I'm gonna skim through a few options here until I find something that I do like. Now, a lot of very nice wheels here. Since I'm going for kind of a classic look, I think I'm going to go with these TE37s. They're going to suit this build nicely, and I think once I up the wheel size to what looks to be a 20-inch, so that actually looks pretty small on this car, but we are going to go up to a 20-inch wheel, and I think once we lower this thing, it's really going to bring this build together. Now, as far as the clutch goes, we're going to go ahead, upgrade that. I'm thinking we're probably going to slam and stance this thing just for fun, but I'm still going to try to make it as functional as possible with brakes and the suspension. And I was going to do weight reduction, but I feel like these cars are pretty light from the factory. So we're just going to head right to the engine upgrades here. Looks like we're breaking the division restrictions once again, which I don't know. Why can't you guys just let me live, man? We're going to upgrade the turbo, exhaust, and I'm going to do a camshaft on this thing just because I feel like with an open up power band on a car like this is definitely going to help. So we're going to go ahead, save this to the current car, then obviously jump into the tuning. Now, I did say I wanted to slam and stance this thing, so we're going to go ahead, take care of that. Little bit of low, and I'm going to go all the way negative. I'm going to set this up as a nice little stance to Euro build, as well as a track build. I'm sure it'll still perform. It's still an all-wheel drive Volkswagen, so I have a feeling this thing's still going to get around the corners just fine. And now as far as the paint goes, I do like this this iconic blue color here for the Golf Rs, but I think we can do just a little bit better. I really like the white on these cars, I'm not going to lie, so that's the look that I'm going for. And it looks like with the blacked out sunroof, if we blacked out the complete roof, maybe did the hood in a carbon fiber, shall we say? Gloss carbon fiber. Add that up. Tint the windows before we leave, because I think that tint would definitely look a little bit better. The wheels look good with the little white stickers on there, but I do want to apply a couple of decals on this car real quick. One on the top. I'm just going to finish blacking out this roof real quick. Stamp that, as well as I also want to do a little bit on the front lip here. Black out that little chin we got going on. Down, and I think that's going to be pretty much all that I want to do to this car. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And now that we got that out of the way, I think we're ready to take this thing to the track and see what it's all about. So we're going to hit up the free play, obviously. We're going to do a little bit of a quick race setup here. What do you guys think? The Mugello Circuit. Let's go ahead, man. I'm feeling a little bit, feeling like we need to go on a little bit of trip, man. Let's take this thing, this German hatchback, and take her out to an Italian racetrack and see what our 2014 Golf R, I believe this is an MK6, man. I'm sure a lot of you guys will correct me if it's not, because I'm going to put MK6 in the title, and when the internet sees you get something wrong, they definitely let you know. So I'll be keeping an eye out to the comments, man. But I'm going to call it an MK6 for this video, and see if we can get this thing around the track, keep her on the road. Now, this is, quote, a track setup. In certain instances, I've found that the camber definitely helps. Like, if you look at the setup on a lot of race cars that you win in this game, they do have some sort of camber going on, so that when you do go around the corners and the suspension flexes a little bit, the tires kind of flatten out on the turning side, which helps a little bit. Probably not in the case of our setup, because we do have quite an aggressive camber on this car, but it's actually handling pretty nice, man. We did the all-wheel drive Talon, mind you. We took that in a very tight course, but that car did not handle anywhere as close to this car. Mind you, a lot older of a car, both all-wheel drive, but with this being a 2014, relatively new in age. This thing's just a much more refined vehicle. Now, as far as a track build goes, it handles very nicely, quite a bit of acceleration. Braking zones, I would suggest hitting a little bit early. I've been used to racing a lot of cars that are, you know, they handle a lot better than this thing, man. I've been doing a lot of races in some race cars and stuff like that. And this one, with it being a street build, even though it has the race tire compound, you still want to pay attention to those braking zones. It's not very forgiving in that sense. But it's quick, man. It gets out of the hole, no question about that, in a very nice fashion. If you hit that e-brake, kick that back end out, then hit the gas, you can get some pretty nice power slides going, man, which I like the idea of. Hitting that first lap in about 2 minutes and 17 seconds, which isn't entirely that bad. One thing I would like to see this thing do, let's see if we can get it to do some donuts here. All-wheel drive donies, not a problem for the 2014 Golf R. Let's get that interior view, man. Oh my, that'll make you sick real quick. Who's getting nauseous already? I know I certainly am. Sliding out of it. This thing is actually very nice, man. I prefer the 2010 body style a little bit more than this particular body style, but I mean, nonetheless, this thing still hauls really nicely, rips. I mean, it feels like a Subaru, man. I got a lot of Volkswagens sold here in Canada. You know, they're front wheel drive, just econo crap boxes. Not often do you see one of these types of cars, so I can only imagine this thing, you know, fully souped up. I don't know, man. I haven't seen a Golf R in quite some time, so it's definitely a treat, man. And I'm glad to have them back in the Forza franchise. It gives me the opportunity to bring these types of videos to you guys. So if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you are not subscribed yet, definitely don't forget to smash that subscribe button. You know, we're just doing this on the daily, man. It's a hobby. It's a I don't want to say it's a job now, but you know, it's something that generates a little income for the other channel. If you guys are not subscribed to my other channel, man, building cars over there, check it out. Link will be down in the description. But that's about it for this one, man. I feel like I've been yammering on at the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, well, you guys already know what's up. I'm your boy Denali, aka Don Squad. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. We're gonna catch y'all Bobo at the next one, man. Peace. Recovery of a lifetime. Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh fuck! Yeah, just keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the racer anymore.